Jolkona means a drop of water in Bengali, and it represents the idea that if all of us give small donations, we can make a ripple effect of change together.
We created Jolkona, a nonprofit organization, to make it easy for anyone to give, regardless of age or income. And through our platform, every donor can get an impact report of exactly what happened to their donation and how people's lives around the world were changed because of the donation.
After I finished college, I kept noticing that so many of my friends weren't giving. And when I would ask them why they weren't giving, I'd always hear three reasons. First, they didn't have a lot of money to give yet, so they didn't think they can make a difference. And number two, they didn't have a lot of time to find organizations that they could trust giving to. And number three, they wanted to know what happened to their donations.
We've worked with Jolkona for a year now, and in that year we've received over $3,000 in donations, and it just impacted 250 women. I like working with Jolkona because it connects us to a whole new audience, and especially young philanthropists. I think a lot of people, most people, want to do good in their community. They just don't know how to, and Jolkona lets them know how they can really make an impact.
Our first project was a dairy farm in North India that hired women in rural communities to keep and milk cows, and it gave them a steady salary and a chance to really invest in their futures. Jolkona, by listing the project on their site, gave us a chance to raise over $100,000 to invest in that dairy farm and to work with the management to make sure that it continued to grow and hire more people.
I grew up in India until I was probably 21, and then I've seen poverty in India. I've seen people struggle with no food, but it's only after I started volunteering with Jolkona that I realized that people like me can make a big difference by making small contributions.
One of my big life-changing moments was I really do give credit to Jolkona for giving me that, and that was during our partner visit trips. Through Jolkona, I learned that small donations really do make a huge difference.
I think that Jolkona has really inspired me to be the change that I wish to see in the world, and provided me with access to tools and to people that can make this happen. Through Give to Girls, I was matching all donations that came in through the month of March dedicated to women's issues. So through the power of our social network and through the power of social media, we raised over $25,000.
I was first told about Jolkona by a board member, Heidi Felton, when she was mentoring me in a philanthropic project I was doing for my bar mitzvah. The project that I found most interesting and most towards my values was a tutoring program in Guatemala, which was helping out elementary school kids there. The proof that I had been sent, the pictures and the letter and even the report cards and the comments from the teacher, it made me feel like I was connected to the person I was giving to, and that made me feel like I wanted to give more.
Don't imagine you have to be a billionaire to be a philanthropist. And if you're worried about whether or not your donations make a difference, Jolkona provides proof that they do. And they have projects all over the world, including here in the US. So you can be picky and you can pick and choose, and yet you'll still be provided the same evidence that a billionaire would be. So it's well worth it. The site's extremely easy to use, and it's got me into the habit of giving monthly. And I think anybody on any budget could do what I do.
It's really important to support Jolkona because this is the organization that teaches young people how to give, to be perpetual philanthropists, and continue the work that we do.
Way up high, the dreams that you dare to